Urgent Dallas Cowboys fans, do not miss this. What just happened? You won't believe this one. But before we reveal the big news, make sure to subscribe to the channel because here we bring you daily videos with the latest Dallas Cowboys updates. And to not miss anything, activate the notifications. Hey, Cowboys Nation. Today, we're diving deep into a story that's been stirring up a lot of conversations across the NFL community. It's a story that touches not just on a single player, but on the overall trajectory of the Dallas Cowboys' 2025 season, their defensive struggles, and the uncertain future that lies ahead. We're talking about Trevon Diggs, the All-Pro cornerback who has been a cornerstone of this Dallas defense since he burst onto the scene in 2022. His journey this season has been anything but smooth, and the words from owner Jerry Jones have only added layers to this complex story. So buckle up, because what you're about to hear is a comprehensive, detailed breakdown that will keep you hooked from start to finish. Let's start at the very beginning. Trevon Diggs, the player, the leader, the star. When he arrived in Dallas back in 2020, few could have predicted the kind of impact he would have on this franchise. The brother of Stefon Diggs, Trevon quickly established himself as one of the league's premier cornerbacks, especially in 2022, when he led the NFL in interceptions. That season, Diggs was a menace for opposing quarterbacks, compiling a stunning 6 picks and earning a spot on the All-Pro first team. His ball-hawking ability, combined with his aggressive coverage skills, made him a nightmare for offenses and a fan favorite for Cowboys supporters. Fast forward to 2023, and we saw a different Trevon Diggs, still talented but beset by injuries. The torn ACL he suffered in 2023 was a significant blow, not just physically, but psychologically. Coming back from such a major injury takes time, and the Cowboys' coaching staff and medical team worked diligently to get him back to full strength. In 2024, Diggs attempted to return to the field, but his season was marred by additional setbacks, a groin injury that further limited his availability and performance. It's never easy to come back from an ACL tear, and injuries like that can linger, affecting a player's explosiveness, agility, and confidence. Now, as we entered the 2025 season, expectations were high for Trevon Diggs. The Cowboys and their fans had seen glimpses of his potential in 2022, and many believed that with proper health, he could return to form and anchor a secondary that has struggled at times in recent years. But, as we all know, the NFL is unpredictable, and injuries often play a decisive role in the fortunes of teams and individual players alike. This season, Diggs has been hampered by persistent concussion symptoms and a knee injury, which have kept him out of 4 crucial games. This brings us to the latest comments from Jerry Jones, the iconic owner and one of the most outspoken figures in NFL history. Jones, known for his candidness, didn't hold back when discussing Diggs' current situation. During an interview on 105.3 The Fan, Jones offered a brutally honest assessment of the cornerback's 2025 campaign. He acknowledged that Diggs had been limited physically and that his return to full health is still uncertain. But more startling was Jones' cautious optimism. He believes that if Diggs can perform at his expected level, the Cowboys' defense could see a significant boost. Yet he also expressed doubts, saying, "No one knows. We'll just see how it goes," which, let's be honest, is a stark reminder of how fragile this situation really is. This nuanced perspective from Jones is critical because it reflects the reality that the Cowboys are facing. Their defense, which was supposed to be a strength, has been inconsistent in 2025. While players like Micah Parsons continue to shine as the team's defensive leader, the absence, or limited presence, of Trevon Diggs has been felt deeply. His ability to lock down the opponent's best receiver, to create turnovers, and to set the tone for the secondary is invaluable. But with his current injury status, it's unclear whether he'll regain that form anytime soon. Let's analyze what Diggs' absence and potential return mean for the Cowboys' defense. So far in the 6 games he's played, Diggs has posted a 68% completion percentage allowed, which is somewhat below his usual standards, and a quarterback passer rating of 148.7 when targeting his coverage. These numbers suggest that, despite his reputation, he's been somewhat vulnerable this season, possibly due to lingering injury effects or the adjustment period after returning from multiple setbacks. Giving up 3 touchdowns to opposing quarterbacks indicates that teams are still targeting him, perhaps trying to exploit perceived weaknesses or test his recovery. His struggles are emblematic of the larger issues within the Dallas defense. Defensive coordinator Dan Quinn has been trying to adapt his schemes in the face of inconsistent personnel health and performance. The secondary, overall, has had moments of brilliance, but also moments of vulnerability. The fact that the Cowboys managed to secure a gritty victory against the Raiders showcased their resilience, but it also highlighted the need for their defensive stars to be fully healthy and impactful. Now, when we look ahead to the upcoming games, particularly their critical matchup against the Philadelphia Eagles, it becomes even more urgent. Jalen Hurts and his offensive weapons are a formidable challenge, and if Diggs isn't available or isn't playing at 100%, the Cowboys' secondary could be in trouble. The Eagles' passing attack, which has been explosive at times, will likely aim to test whoever is covering Jalen Hurts or the receivers, including tight ends and slot options. The pressure is mounting, and the coaching staff must find ways to adapt. But what about the broader context? How does this situation compare to Diggs' previous seasons? Well, in 2022, he was considered one of the league's top cornerbacks, not just because of his interception totals, but also because of his ability to shut down top receivers and make game-changing plays. His ball skills and anticipation made him a threat every time he was on the field. The injuries in 2023 and 2024, however, have seen his production dip, and now in 2025 the question looms, can he regain that elite level? The truth is, many experts and analysts are divided. Some believe that with proper treatment and rehab, Diggs can return to form, especially given his natural talent and work ethic. Others are more skeptical, pointing out that injuries, especially concussions and knee issues, can have long-term impacts that aren't easily reversed. The NFL has seen many players struggle to regain their previous explosiveness after multiple injuries, and Diggs' case might be no different. The key will be his ability to stay healthy and to regain confidence in his movements. This brings us to the fans' reactions. Social media has been a roller coaster. Some fans remain optimistic, believing that Diggs, as a competitor and a professional, will fight through these setbacks and give it his all. Others are more cautious, worried that the injuries might have taken a toll that no rehab can fully reverse. It's a testament to how much Cowboys supporters value Diggs' talent and what he represents for the team's future. Everyone's watching closely, wondering, will we see the Diggs of 2022 again? Or are these injuries a sign of a changing chapter in his career? Now, thinking about the season as a whole, the Cowboys find themselves at a crossroads. Their defense has shown flashes of brilliance but has also been inconsistent, especially in the secondary. The absence of a fully healthy Trevon Diggs could be a critical factor in their playoff aspirations. The NFC is highly competitive with teams like the Eagles, 49ers, and Seahawks all vying for playoff positioning. Every game counts, and having your star cornerback at peak performance could be the difference between a deep playoff run or an early exit. Looking ahead, what can we expect? Well, the Cowboys will likely continue to monitor Diggs' progress closely. If he's able to return in the next few weeks and proves to be healthy, he could be a game-changer in their postseason push. But if his recovery stalls, the team will need to lean even more on their other defensive assets and scheme adjustments. The coaching staff, especially Dan Quinn, will have to be strategic, perhaps emphasizing more zone coverage or safety help to compensate for any potential gaps. The development of young players or role players stepping up could also be pivotal. Moreover, this situation raises questions about long-term planning. Will the Cowboys prioritize rest and rehab for Diggs, knowing how vital he is? Or will they rush him back in hopes that he can help secure key wins in the final stretch? The decisions made in these critical weeks could shape the franchise's future, not just for this season, but for years to come. To wrap up, this story about Trevon Diggs is a microcosm of the larger narrative of the 2025 Cowboys, and team with immense talent, but also facing hurdles that test their resilience and depth. It's about overcoming adversity, managing injuries, and finding ways to maximize their potential despite the setbacks. Fans, analysts, and players alike are watching with bated breath, eager to see if Diggs can rediscover his elite form and help lead Dallas back to the playoffs and beyond. And so, as we close this deep dive, I want to leave you with a question. What do you think will happen next? Will Diggs come back stronger? Or are we witnessing the beginning of a decline due to injuries? How vital is he for Dallas's chances in the postseason? These are questions that only time will answer, but one thing's for sure. His story this season isn't over yet, and the drama is far from finished. Before we go, don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear your predictions, your hopes, and your concerns. And remember, I'll be back soon with more in-depth analysis, updates, and insights about the Dallas Cowboys and the NFL. Keep supporting your team, stay engaged, and let's continue this journey together. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Cowboys. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Dallas Cowboys. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Dallas Cowboys news.